Hola todo el mundo, bienvenidos a Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. En el último episodio destruimos la ciudad Shin Megami Tenseiana de Shambhala. Rea le hizo face tank a misiles y por lo visto Nemesis ha vuelto a la vida así sin más. Este ya tiene que ser el capítulo final, por lo que ya sabéis. Vamos a empezarlo y nos veremos a fin de mes.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Verdant Rain Moon. Fódlan's New Dawn. With the destruction of Shambhala, the ambitions of those who slither in the dark are forever shattered. However, Rhea has suffered grievous injuries in the process. Yet, certain mysteries remain unsolved, so Claude and the others approach Rhea, who is now confined to her room due to her wounds.
Supongo que eso también quiere decir que podré hacer Leone con Seteth. Tengo tiempo para ello. Ay, tengo la nariz un poco tapada hoy.
I am happy to see you too.
Sorry to interrupt your rest, but there are some things that we absolutely must ask you.
It seems I do not have much time left. I do not intend to hide anything any longer.
Rhea, I have to ask, you're the Immaculate One, aren't you? If what I'm thinking is correct, that's what the Children of the Goddess is referring to. In other words, you...
I am the last child of the progenitor god. A long time ago, the progenitor god came from somewhere far away and descended upon this continent. She changed her form to resemble that of a human and gave her own blood to birth her children. The progenitor god and her children shared knowledge and skills with the people of the land. Together, they built a prosperous civilization. But the humans turned their backs on the teachings of the progenitor god and engaged in senseless wars. Eventually, people began to think of themselves as gods and challenged the progenitor god herself to battle. The land was scorched in the war that ensued, and the majority of humans were annihilated. I believe that those who slither in the dark are the descendants of those who retreated beneath the ground during that time.
So they've been waiting all that time for their chance at revenge.
Y eso que ellos empezaron, con lo que no tienen derecho a venganza, no jodamos.
It took the progenitor god an astonishing amount of time to revive the ravaged world. But eventually, the continent found peace again, and the progenitor god, having fulfilled her duty, fell into a long slumber in the holy tomb. The children who stayed behind built a settlement in Xanadu to protect the holy tomb as they quietly lived out their lives. But then, Nemesis appeared, bringing tragedy along with him. Even now, I cannot forget the sight of that massive canyon painted red with blood. I was never able to forgive those who proudly wielded weapons crafted from the corpses of my brethren. I was the only survivor of Xanadu, and all I could do was wander across Fódlan, clinging to my desperate desire for revenge. I called myself Zeros, fostered the founding of the Empire, and prepared to oppose Nemesis and his followers.
Unbelievable.
I put Xanadu behind me to gather the remaining children who were scattered across Fódlan. Finally, we killed Nemesis on the Tailtean Plains, and I took back the Sword of the Creator.
Let me get this straight. Saint Seros is you? You're kidding me, right?
Professor, Claude, there's something you need to hear right away.
If you have something to report, do so at once. There's no need to let my presence worry you.
As you wish. We're receiving a constant stream of express messengers from cities to the east. They claim that an unidentified military force is attacking, and that there have already been a large number of casualties.
What?
The reports indicate that the cities and towns along the East Gronder thoroughfare in the Old Rim territory have already been destroyed. Some villages were razed completely, leaving no survivors.
Damn it! Did they come from Shambhala? Could it be that there were some remnants of that wicked group hiding there?
I have a report. The unidentified military force has crossed the Great Bridge of Murden. Alliance forces met them in battle, but it seems they have already broken through.
They've already made it so far. Is Count Gloucester unharmed?
The Count is fine, but apparently my brother joined with reinforcements and was gravely injured.
Do you mean to tell me they easily got past a general as skilled as Holst?
They say the enemy general has a weapon that resembles the Sword of the Creator. Even my brother was powerless to stop him.
Similar a la espada de la creación.
That's not possible.
The enemy forces are flying a banner bearing the crest of flames as they continue their march west along the Aramid River.
We believe they're marching toward Garreg Mach. We are preparing to meet them in battle.
A weapon that resembles the Sword of the Creator. And banner bearing the crest of flames. There is only one explanation. The one leading the enemy force is Nemesis himself.
Nemesis? That Nemesis? Do you really think the ancient king of liberation has been brought back to life?
Perhaps the seal was broken when Shambhala fell. An incredible power that we children cannot hope to match dwells within the blood of the progenitor god. Nemesis obtained that blood, so it would not surprise me if that were the case.
The blood of the progenitor god. That's right. He did take the remains from the holy tomb, didn't he?
From the blood of the progenitor god, so this, he acquired the crest of flames. From her bones.
The sword of the creator is made from her bones and heart?
Algo se me está intuyendo, viendo que todas las armas legendarias parecen
The
huesos.
heart of Sothis is the crest stone that was placed in the sword of the creator. The same is true of the crests of the 10 elites and the other crest stones. They were born of the blood and hearts of the progenitor god's children. Those who slither in the dark created them, stole them. Sothis never gifted that power to the humans.
The crests of the 10 elites, the crest stones, and the heroes' relics. I can't believe those who slither in the dark made them all. And after that, Nemesis used the sword of the creator to massacre all of the progenitor god's children in Xanadu. In other words, the citizens of Xanadu were killed by weapons made from the remains of their brethren. How atrocious. But I don't get it. The sword of the creator that Teach wields doesn't have a crest stone. So how is Teach able to wield its full power?
The crest stone of the progenitor god dwells within your professor. After I battled with Nemesis as Saint Seros, I reclaimed the heart of Sothis. I wanted to use that heart to resurrect her. Even though I had to do some questionable things to achieve that goal, I wished to see Sothis, my mother, once more.
¿Introdujiste su corazón dentro de mí?
Yes. I believed that if I could resurrect my mother, I could regain all that had been lost.
So, that's the truth of it.
De modo que esa es la historia,
I
¿eh?
suspected that your body housed the consciousness of Sothis. Those suspicions were correct. And yet, she merely gave you her power and vanished. My dearest wish did not come true. But you did inherit the power of the progenitor god. Now, you must use that power to defeat Nemesis once and for all. Fódlan's blood-stained history must end.
Debo decir, hasta ahora Golden Deers me ha parecido un montón de relleno, de poca historia, nada muy relevante. Y en los dos últimos episodios nos han tirado toda esta bomba. ¿Why the fuck hemos tardado tanto en llegar aquí? Habría estado tan, pero tan bien despachar a Edelgard por el capítulo 18 o así y centrar el resto de la historia en Slither, Nemesis y todo esto. Ah, el pacing, una pena. El pacing es desafortunado aquí. En cualquier caso... ¿Why the fuck odia a Edelgard a Rhea entonces? Yo, llegados a este punto, en este punto concreto del tiempo, no veo que Rhea haya hecho nada malo. Veremos en la siguiente ruta que nos cuentan. Pero cada vez me cuesta más ir con Edelgard. Dicho esto, nos vemos a fin de mes. Seteth con Leoni.
Today was a great day for fishing, wasn't it?
It was, though I did lose to you in numbers.
You won on size, though. Some of these fish are huge. And it was you who caught this beauty.
It is a lovely specimen. The fins are rather like wings, and the scales are reminiscent of a lustrous rainbow. But I have heard this type of fish does not taste good.
It's a little bland, but it's not bad. You just need to fry it in oil to bring the flavor out. There are lots of little bones, too, so you need to be careful eating it.
You truly are an expert, Leoni. I would be delighted if you would cook for us again.
Happily. You know, once this war's over, I'll be able to make even more elaborate dishes. I'm sure none of it will compare to your wife's cooking, though.
Entirely different styles. I very much look forward to seeing what you come up with. Yet another reason to end this war swiftly.
I'm flattered, but that doesn't seem like a good motivation to fight.
On the contrary, it is better than the usual reasons. In the heat of battle, it is little details like a friend's cooking that I reach for to find my courage.
I have to say, I didn't expect that from you. You're always so serious. But I really value our fishing time, too. With all the chaos, it's great to have a way to relax.
I hope there will come a time when we can fish like this without worry, to our heart's content.
Hope's not enough. We need to build that future with our own hands.
Agreed. But even after that is done, you had better not rest idle. I've grown quite fond of your cooking.
Don't worry. There's plenty more where that came from. Speaking of, time to handle today's haul.
Let me lend you a hand.
Bueno, estrictamente hablando de apoyos, solo me quedan Seteth con Hilda, pero... no creo que me vaya a esforzar en hacerlo. No... Tengo 3 semanas para subir 2 apoyos y no me voy a poner a farmear niveles. No voy a poner a Seteth y a Hilda juntos para que me suban apoyos a saco. Con lo que sé, hasta fin. Sé que he dicho que si no lo sacaba no pasa nada, pero eso no quiere decir que literalmente no vaya a intentarlo, ya que no hay nada más que hacer. Hilda con Sedith.
Hello, Hilda.
Oh, Sedith, good day.
Is it?
Did I do something wrong?
Not to my knowledge. But I cannot help but notice that you no longer shy away when I speak to you.
You noticed that, huh? When you stare at me, I feel like you're peering into my soul.
And that no longer bothers you? Does that mean your conscience is finally clear?
Nah, I got used to it. I know you're not scary.
That's unfortunate. You really should do something to correct your lazy behavior.
Maybe that's true. I wouldn't want to be like the fox, forced to wander in the snow all winter.
I'm pleased to see you grasped the moral of the story.
Don't you think the squirrel was a little cold-hearted, though? He seems not to care about what happens to his friend, as long as he himself is happy.
You know, that is a valid point. I have no wish to encourage that attitude in children. Perhaps if the fox only survives thanks to the squirrel kindly sharing some of his acorns. How does that sound to you?
I like it okay. I'm sure the kids will admire that nice, compassionate squirrel.
Thank you for your insight. As it happens, I have some other stories that I wrote for Flame. Would you like to hear them?
You should make a book out of them. It's a shame that only Flame and I get to enjoy them.
What a fine idea! I will begin immediately. Though I feel such a book requires illustrations, and I have no artistic talent. Would you lend me a hand?
I think Ignatz might be a better choice, but I can probably manage. Not like they need to be terribly fancy.
I could use some more of your wisdom with regard to the content of the stories also.
That sounds like a pain, but I'm invested in this now. Let's do it!
Excellent! That's wonderful to hear. Let us produce the very best book we can, for the children's sake.
You look so excited. I can't help but lend a hand.
No, pues así van las cosas, no está siendo especialmente interesante. Bueno, parece que no tuve que luchar para sacar el último apoyo, con lo que, genial. Terminemos los apoyos. Hilda con Sedith.
Ah, Hilda. Business in town?
Yes, I'm buying some art supplies.
Oh, to replenish what you used on our book, I presume. Allow me to compensate you.
No need. I use them for my own crafting and accessory making too. By the way, your tales seem quite popular. I saw a big crowd of kids at the church.
Wonderful to hear. We made the right choice leaving it there.
I also heard a mother scolding her child by saying, "If you keep lazing around, you'll turn into a fox." Though, as long as there's a friendly squirrel around, being a fox doesn't sound so bad.
That was not my intention. Perhaps the story was better off in its original form after all.
Anyway, I guess you've got something to keep you busy after the war. Originally, these stories were for Flame, but now there are lots of people who love them. The kids are looking forward to your next release. You don't want to disappoint them.
I do wonder how appropriate it is to sit around and write children's books in an era of great change.
An era of great change. Isn't that exactly when kids need something to hold on to? They're the future of Fódlan, after all.
Astute observation. But if I am to continue in this trade, I will require more of your assistance.
Really? You're a successful author and you still want to use my lousy illustrations?
I need an artist who can appreciate the message, and who can draw pictures that resonate with children. Your art has a certain careless quality that I feel matches my work splendidly.
A careless quality? That doesn't sound like a compliment.
Did you not purchase those art supplies today in the hopes of continuing with this work?
Well, yes. I guess I can stick with it until the war is over.
Such lukewarm commitment. No matter. We can consider the post-war situation when we come to it.
I'm pretty fond of being a fox, but becoming a squirrel wouldn't be the worst thing. I'll admit, I like seeing Seth pour his heart into these stories.
What was that?
Didn't say a word. Let's get to work on that sequel.
Hilda me cae muy bien. En fin, ya estamos en fin de mes. Sí, tengo todos los puntos, no voy a gastar ni uno. No voy a gastar los puntos. Oh. Se acerca una batalla decisiva, así que Zabi ha decidido visitar el cementerio.
Sorry. It looks like I'm going to have to leave you now. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love, as well as I love her.
Alguien a quien ame. ¿Por qué? Aparece en gris, además. La otra vez también apareció. Me pregunto si hay algún trigger para que aparezca Sotis aquí abajo, ¿no? Supongo que en la siguiente ruta, quizás. Ya veremos. Pero esta vez vamos a hacer lo que tendría que haber hecho desde el comienzo. No sé qué hora es ahora mismo. No sé si tengo tiempo a terminar. Sí, tengo tiempo más que de sobra. ¡Vamos allá a la batalla final! Como sean dos batallas, pues bueno, pues se acabará otro día. La liberación de Fódlan. Shambhala ha caído, pero entre las ruinas aparece por sorpresa un ejército misterioso que enarbola el estandarte del emblema de fuego y que comanda Némesis, el rey cruel. Supuestamente muerto desde hace un milenio. ¡Guau! Esa frase era muy larga. Voy a grabar aquí y dejaré el final de partida aquí. Así tendré los dos puntitos.
A military force bearing the crest of flames on its banner marches west to Garigmach from Shambhala, attacking nearby cities along the way. Rhea informs the Alliance that the enemy's general is none other than the ancient Fell King Nemesis. And so, the Alliance army prepares for their final battle, hoping to put an end to Fódlan's blood-stained history.
Nemesis tendría que haber aparecido antes y tener más relevancia en la historia. Mi problema con Golden Deers es que ha habido